Hello, hello. I hope you all had a fantastic Monday and that things are going well. I want to make sure that our audio is working. While I'm doing that, tell me about your week. Was there anything that you enjoyed, something that you feel like you want to share or celebrate? Okay, that is working. So I hope that you all had a great day. I did. It was nice to get back into the swing of things. I feel like after the winter break, we're finally into that good routine and being able to have all of the activities and know that what we are doing as a family and with everything with school, that we're in a good place and excited that the semester is off to a good start. So, one of the things that I have seen multiple times lately and have been asked about are alumni interviews. And families are saying, okay, my student did get invited for an alumni interview, and now what do we do? Or, oh my gosh, my student didn't get an alumni interview, and now they are convinced that they're never going to be accepted to that college, and nothing is, and all hope is gone. And our students end up feeling so incredibly stressed out that they don't know what to do next. And I just want to say, encourage your student to take a breath. This is something that can be an exciting time, but it doesn't have to be this huge extra layer. And some of it is going to be them breathing. Some of it is going to be them doing some preparation and some research. And so I want to give you a couple of tips. I will also say tomorrow there's going to be a podcast episode coming out. So Confused to College Ready podcast it is on all of the different platforms. And I am going to go into even more detail than what I am talking through today about interviews. And that could be interviews for a job, interviews for maybe there's an assignment that students have, or an internship, or as you're going to college campuses, and all of those different pieces. So each of those things, I want to make sure that you know where to go and what to look for. And I just am going to go into a whole lot more detail tomorrow. Today is just going to be kind of a brief overview. So, alumni interviews, this is something where if your student is offered that opportunity, have them say yes. One thing and one reason for that is that sometimes when we don't have a whole lot of experience interviewing, it is so important to have that experience and that opportunity to be able to learn about what the interview process feels like, about how we talk about ourselves, about how we brag about ourselves, about how we share what our strengths are and our weaknesses are. And we all have weaknesses. We all have things. And I tell my students this every single day. I am telling someone, I make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. I am not perfect. No one is perfect. And that's okay. So even if they think, you know what, I really don't want to go to that college anymore, take the opportunity to see how things are going and to encourage them to take that chance on talking with someone. Now, the other thing that I will say, and another question that I've seen come up lately is, well, my student got offered an interview at this school, but they didn't get offered one at this school. So that must mean that they want them to attend over here, but over here they're not interested in them. And that's causing a whole other issue with stress. There are not enough alumni interviewers to go around for the students that are interested in those specific interviews and interviewing at those schools. The number of applicants across the board are increasing dramatically, and even alumni interviewers themselves will say, we just don't have enough people. We don't have enough interviewers, and it's something where if they don't get asked, don't stress, because that doesn't mean that they're automatically going to be out of the running. Now, if they do get offered, I would say go ahead and have that time and set up the interview and just be positive and respectful with all of the communication and have that, have just, like I said, just a positive communication. Now, I'm going to go into this more in detail tomorrow on the podcast. But the other thing is, I want you to encourage your student to be honest, and to be able to brag about themselves, but being humble and not being that they're just looking to impress someone as far as like the research that they've done on the college. So I've done research on the college, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to tell you how the mission statement said this and this said this and this said that. And you're going to know that I have done my research. Find something specific that you can talk with the interviewer about and figure out where and how you can focus your time and your specific questions. You're going to get into the groove and the routine that many of the questions that the interviewers ask are going to be the same. From there, you're going to be able to go in and you're going to have an opportunity to ask questions. And so that's where doing some of that research can be incredibly helpful. So I know that interviews feel really overwhelming at times. And if this is something that you and your student want to chat more about and about preparing them to do their absolute very best in that interview process, I would love to have the time to just spend 15 minutes and chat with you and give them some great hints, tips, and tricks. And even if your student is not in their senior year, but if they are doing some interviews for a job or an internship or some volunteer experience or something for a class, these tips will also go a long way for that too. So if you would like to chat more, write interview in the comments. Just type in interview and I will send you a message so that we can talk and find out a little bit more about what your questions are and just to be able to support you and your student. And for you as the parent to give you some peace of mind that your student knows what to do going into that interview and that they are in a good place to get started. So I hope that was helpful. If it was, please leave me a comment or share this with someone. I look forward to talking with you all next time. Take care. Bye.